Hi, I'm Anfim. I come from the 13th century Novgorod. Last year I met the team from Novgorod of the 21st century and they gave me a time machine notebook. Now I can use Zoom just like you. Last year, when I walked around Novgorod of your time, I saw something different from my time. It was just on top of the Saint Sophia Cathedral. I asked my friends to explain what it was.
Kola, what on film saw on the cross of Saint Sophia Cathedral? What is that? Is it a bird?
Yes, it is.
What kind of bird is this? No, it's not a stork. If you see a stork in this area, that's rare and mostly in the country. You don't see them in this city area.
No, it's not a falcon. Falcons were used for hunting in this area, but they left no big cultural traces in Novgorod. Even now, people keep and train falcons, and we've got a so-called falcon yard in the Kremlin. But our story is not about a falcon.
Yes, it's a pigeon. Pigeons are very common in this area. You see them everywhere. They don't live for the winter.
Is it one alive?
No, it's one sculpture.
Why do you think this bird is here?
There are a lot of objects that attract tourists in our city. This one is not the most noticeable. You need to pay very close attention to see it.
Funny, but no, the sculpture dates back to the 16th century. Try again. Yes, it's a symbol, and the story goes like this. A certain dictator wasn't happy with the freedoms and liberties that Novgorod people had. He brought his army all the way from the capital to teach the people of the city a lesson. The cruelty, however, got out of hand. All the ground in the city was covered in the blood. That people were all over the Kremlin. A pigeon flying by sat down on the cross to have a rest, looked down, and was terrified by what he saw. I turned him into the stone just like that, and so it stayed.
In reality, the legend was supported by this sculpture, but also by another one. Opposite the St. Sophia Cathedral, there is a monument that was created much later, in the 19th century, and the figure of the dictator was never placed on the monument. You can see it the monument of the millennium of Russia. All of the Russian history is depicted there. Every significant leader is represented, but not the one that once killed almost all of the population of the city.
Who do you think that was?
What was the name of the dictator? No, the army of Genghis Khan never went as far as Novgorod. They simply never came here. He took away some land from the Novgorod region, but he did that in order to build the city of St. Petersburg. We judge the reason was a good one, so you can see him well represented on the big monument. Well, Hitler's army did come to destroy Novgorod just as completely as it was the first time. And that was the time when the named pigeon fell from the cross. Another legend tells that it was predicted. The birds couldn't stand to see the agony of the city once again. We will return to that part of the story later. Correct. It was Ivan the Terrible who smacked the borders of the city along with its freedoms and its people. He acted rashly on a false accusation and believed the city plotting against him. He was ready to do what it takes to make the city comply at any cost. Do you think that compliance at any cost is a good strategy? Don't people act a bit like this nowadays still when they want their children to comply with their rules no matter what? Do you agree that equality of a human being as a person, an individual with certain rights to freedom and self-expression, must be considered and respected?
The cross with the bird that fell together from the roof of the Saint Sophia Cathedral during the World War II, a ship to Germany went to Spain. The one that you can see on the top of the cathedral was made after the war.
But not long ago, Spain has returned this piece of art to Novgorod. It was carried to the cathedral with the great honors and placed in the center for everyone to see. Replica still stays on top of the cathedral, but the symbol is worth for what it represents.
Tragedies may come,
They must be remembered.
but reparation is also possible.
That's what the new symbol stands for.